In this video, I am going to share you the simple and powerful opening as white that you can try to defeat many of your opponents, and that is the lantern system, which begins with bishop f4. Preparing to take the bishop outside, you try to play some moves like e3 and c3, creating pyramid. Let me show you how. You go with knight f6, you go with e3, and then after e6, you go with c3, creating a pyramid of pawns like this with the bishop outside. This is the lantern system. Now, your opponent may try some moves like c5, trying to attack the center. So you may try knight f3, trying to defend it. Ultimately, I have two variations. If your opponent play bishop d6, don't need to trade it. Okay, instead, go with bishop to g3. Take the bishop behind. If your opponent captures it, then you may capture it back. It's okay. So let's go back. If your opponent go with bishop e7, you may go with the knight development, where if you go with knight c6, you go with bishop d3. Ultimately, you develop all your pieces like this. The main motive of Latin system is to control these two central squares, and at the same time, you prepare for castling. First of all, you need to play x3 because anytime your opponent may play knight x5 and attack your bishop. So you may try x3 so that you can make a way for the bishop going back. Your opponent may try something like c4, trying to attack your bishop. You simply take the bishop behind because you need that bishop attacking this diagonal. Your opponent tries something like a5 and you begin with castling. Now you may observe all your pieces are well developed. You may try to bring the queen e2 and create a connection, and that's a perfect position that you can have. You may even try some moves like b3 attacking this pawn chain. Okay, so let's go back. Now, in this position, we discussed for the variations like bishop d6 and bishop e7. But many of the players go with knight c6. Yes, that's true. If your opponent tries something like this, go with knight bt2. Your opponent play bishop e7, developing his bishop. So you are going to that. After castling, you go with knight e5. You go with the central knight, that is knight e5. This is the trap number 3. Over here, your opponent, if he captures the knight, don't capture back from the bishop. Instead, from the pawn, attack this knight. Ultimately, if you take the knight to d7, you may easily take the queen to h5 and attack. Now you may observe you already have two brilliant bishops attacking the king side. What all you need. Over here, the most important response and the popular response g6. You go with queen to x6, and many of the players they go with f6 thinking that they are attacking the center. You don't need to capture, and instead go with bishop take g6. Sacrifice the bishop. If your opponent captures it, you eliminate it, and you know this is a very easy win for you. You may create a pawn storm and easily defeat your opponent, right? So a very easy win for you. Now let's go back. In this position, e3, now your opponent may try some moves like c5, right? Earlier I was telling e6, then he tries c5. The most important thing I wanted to share that I forgot, e6. Now he played e6, then only you played knight f3. Because with e6, the bishop cannot come outside and create a pin. Otherwise, if he does not play e6, okay, then he may try something like c6, trying to defend. Then if you try knight f3, then you may allow your opponent to play this. So first you will play knight d2, prepare for moves like x3, develop your bishop, then you may go with knight f3. Okay, so be aware. But if your opponent play e6, then just chill, take your knight out, take another knight, take the bishop outside, and a very easy continuation. Okay, so let me come to the trap. Now this is trap number 4. Your opponent tries c5. Okay, c5 on the board. What will you do now? Earlier in the variation I told about e6 then c5, but he is directly trying c5 attacking your center. First of all, remember, please do not capture this. Okay, never let black do his choice. Okay, so don't allow him to do anything. Now in this position, simply go with c3. Let us take an example he takes. What will you do? You will go with c take d4, not e take d4. Okay. The reason is simple. If you will go with c take d4, you may develop your knight, bring the rook over here, and open up the rook. That's the main plan. Okay. Let me go back. Now your opponent is enough smart. He will not capture. Of course, you will go with knight c6. Knight c6, he is trying to add a pressure towards the center. He may try to trade the pieces in the later part of the game, not now. Over here, now you can observe you go with knight f3. No matter he tries the bishop outside because there is a trap. Over here, queen b6 is the response. Now if black tries his best to attack this pawn, what you will do is simply you go with queen b3. If your opponent trade, you will take it back. The rook file is open, so easy continuation. But obviously your opponent will not capture, so your opponent may try some moves like c4, attacking the queen. Then you need to eliminate those queens. Instead, if you try some moves like queen to c2, then this will be a big mistake because your opponent may take the bishop f5 and this will be a brilliant move. If you will capture, then he may capture your this pawn and win the rook. So what I would suggest is, in this position, you may either trade the queens or you may take the queen to d1. Especially I would consider queen take on b6 because it will easily create a trade and that will be a continuation, easy continuation. You may begin with bishop e2, knight development, castling, and that's a easy and opening structure for you. You may even take the bishop there and attack this pawn. This pawn are the weakness, so you may destroy these two pawns. And that's all. You may easily win your game. So thank you very much for coming to my video. If you enjoyed that, then do like the video and